Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
My question is about the program itself. I understand that the program is still suspended, but I want to check what it means in essence. Is there any structural reform work still going on with Georgia's authorities and with NBG for that matter? And how is the IMF involved with Georgia's authorities and the NBG? And what is the perspective of the program looking forward from this standpoint?
Well, as you know, the program has been on hold since June 2023, and it is expected to expire in June 2025. Issues that led to that are, in fact, important elements that will help anchor credibility and stability of policies, in particular to safeguard the role of the National Bank of Georgia, the central bank, and preserve its independence. The discussions regarding the nature of the fund engagement with Georgia will resume as a new government is in place. Of course, Georgia economic performance remained robust, and growth in 2024 was strong and broad-based. However, the outlook is subject to still significant uncertainty. Externally, the main source is related to the war in Ukraine and commodity price volatilities. Domestically, the key risk or the key issue is to preserve internal economic stability. Strengthening the governance of the National Bank of Georgia and its independence is paramount. This is also important to safeguard and strengthen the credibility of the monetary policy and the macro financial stability, especially that the level of foreign reserves have remain lower than desired, and that because it fall below the IMF adequacy metric. Therefore, rebuilding this level of reserves of foreign currencies as market conditions allow, limiting the interventions in the forex market will help avoid any disorderly market conditions.
My follow-up question is on the structural reform side. Is there any work going on in that direction? Because there were very important structural reforms on the table when the standby agreement was negotiated and finally signed from the government. So is there any oversight work or any work going on in that direction?
Well, Elene, the fund is providing technical assistance to the authorities in Georgia to help them implement some of the key reforms. The one that you are referring to is the reform of the SOEs. And this was one of the issues that has led to the suspension of the program. We believe reforming of the SOEs will increase macroeconomic stability and reduce any fiscal risks, but also will be an important feature to preserve a comfortable level of growth over the medium term and address the opportunities of leveling the playing field between public and private sector. Therefore, we still consider that Georgia's economy and the performance of the Georgian economy in the medium term will hinge on the capacity of the authorities to accelerate the reform of the SOEs and to provide for the private sector the right investment and business environment.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.